Hey, barbecue family.
Hey, barbecue family. Happy Friday, everybody.
Looks like we might have lost Instagram, but leave it to the temp. He's trying to get it back for us. And I will not let you know what we were doing a second before the show started, which was practicing our wrestling moves.
Yes, we were. And I will have to say, I will let you know, I was better than Kiki. 1 second, guys. Key.
Yeah, she was. And I'm not going to recreate the moves for you right now because that's a little bit inappropriate. But we've got Marisol, we've got Bat 13, we've got Judge Web. Hey, Steve. Hey, Farah. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's Friday. We've got a locked and loaded show for you guys. Check this out. Take a look at this thing. We're using this today. Very interesting little unit that you will get a chance to win later on in the show. Yeah. Thank you very much, the temp.
Canadian residents only, though, this time.
Sorry about that to our American and international friends.
Instagram's good. We're good.
Okay.
All right,
the temp
guys.
did
Leave
it
to the temp, man. Let's give it up for the temp. Okay, guys. We got Llama in the house. We got Hot Tommy saying, let's rock.
Eva Llama, where were you last week?
Guys,
TikTok was getting raunchy and I needed you, but you let me down, pal.
Oh, they were. They always do.
There was a lot of people that needed to be blocked and it wasn't happening.
Now, guys, let's get to first on the grill. He wasn't first last week, but he's back, baby. First on the grill goes to Bat 13. Congrats, buddy. We're happy that you got it.
Way to go, Bat 13.
We got Barbecue Gabe in the house saying, morning, y'all. Guys, this is going to be an awesome, delectable episode, as it always is. We're down here in the barbecue bunker. I don't want to say anything, but this may or may not be our last day down here. We might be moving upstairs. Don't quote me.
The weather looks good. I think we can do it.
It looks really nice next week, but do not quote me. We live in Canada. 1 minute it's nice, the next minute it could be snow again. So you never know.
Exactly.
Fingers crossed for us.
Farah said she missed last week too. Hi, Farah.
We got Kathy in the house. We got Michael Maguera. Farah's in the house too. Guys, we're happy that you guys are all here. Let's kick this show off because I don't know about you. I don't got minutes to spare when it comes to our guests, okay?
No, I want to get him in
would like to get to him. I want to just like zip right, fast forward the dance.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
I think a lot of people wouldn't mind fast forwarding through the singing and the dancing.
But I'm seeing him in the green room and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he's on the show. Okay, let's get to the dancing. I'm already hot anyway.
I didn't think when I was little that I would ever be dancing and singing in front of Bob Blumer, but you know what, guys, you never know. Dreams come true, okay?
Amen.
All right, honey, are you ready?
Here we go. I'm ready.
Let's do this. Friday. Yes, it's Friday.
We're going to have some fun.
Yes, we are, guys. That put a little extra pep in my step. I don't know about you guys.
Now I'm even sweatier.
Thanks for sharing, buddy. We got Perry in the house. We got Pickled Canadian. That's our friend Dawn, who was our guest last week. We got Grey Dog Leather. I'm going to guess we get a locked and loaded audience today because of our guest,
Probably.
guys. This guy is a Canadian television personality who created and hosted Food Network's The Surreal Gourmet. Ever heard of it? Glutton for Punishment. Ever heard of it? World's Weirdest Restaurants. I absolutely love that one. He's the author of 7 cookbooks, and we actually had the pleasure of meeting him last year at Fallsview Food and Drink Fest. And
all these shows have a common theme. They're weird.
He's
weird.
He's
wonderful.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
He lives up to his rep because we met him last year, and he actually, I will give him credit. He saved us last year.
He did.
At Fallsview.
Yes, he totally did. He saved us quite a bit of time.
All right, guys, let's welcome him to the show, Mr. Bob Blumer. Hello, Bob. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How you doing? Bob? I was working on my dance steps, but I don't think I really have them down like you guys do.
Oh, we don't. We don't either.
We don't have the singing down either. We've tried to cut out that song and dance, but people have grown to love it.
Hey, you want to hear a crazy story on the subject of dancing?
Yes, we certainly do.
A friend of ours had a big birthday, and he's an artist, photographer, and he was invited. He wanted to have a big party, so a friend of his who's a patron of his arts offered him his house up in Santa Barbara, and it turned out to be Ellen's house. Wow. And so we stayed in Ellen's house for 3 days, and I did all the cooking, and it was lots of fun. And Ellen just left and sold her house lock, stock, and barrel and moved to England. Anyways, I bring that up because of the dancing, because I think she was really the original.
It's her thing.
What a story.
Can you imagine you just like show up to someone's house? You're like, oh yeah, by the way, Ellen DeGeneres used to live here.
I would be terrified of touching anything.
I know. Oh my, what a story. But Bob, you know what? You always bring the stories. You are so awesome.
It didn't take me long to name drop, did it?
Look, we're name dropping this entire episode. We have Bob Blumer on the show. This is a dream come true. As it was a dream come true that we got to meet you last year, Bob, at Fallsview. And I will give you credit. You did save us because, as you know,
we were in the weeds there for a while.
Yeah, we were hired to serve teeny tiny samples at that event. And for some reason, I don't know why, we were going in with like this dino egg of a sample.
Yeah. And if it hadn't been for Bob coming over and being like, honestly, what are you guys thinking? We would still be there cooking and trying to make that work.
Well, you did a great job, and it was super tasty. It just happened to be 4 times as big as it needed to be. But
yeah,
hey, you want to come sit here?
That was an absolute live and learn.
You got a little guest there? We got a second
I
guest
do.
on the show?
Francie, come say hi. Say hi. No? We have a little medical foster daughter from Nicaragua who is here for a surgery, and she's been visiting us. She's very shy.
Well, what's her name?
Her name is Fransley. She can't hear you because I have my headphones on.
Oh, yes, that's right. Well, hello, Fransley. We wish that you would come on. Come just give us a little wave, but that's okay if she's shy.
You say hi. Just say hello.
Fransley, come in.
All right. Well, we'll see. You know what it's like. We'll say forget it, and then she'll jump in.
Exactly. I have a feeling she's gonna make an appearance.
And we hope her surgery went well and that she's doing
went very well. She's doing great.
Good. That's good to hear. Bob, we are very happy that we have you for Ravenous Rewind. We know that you have to get going, so we are not going to waste your time. We want to get right to our question, which is, as a kid, were you allowed to eat in the car? What are the places you were allowed to eat other than the dinner table, if any?
Well, that's an interesting question. My dad was, I think my mother would have let us eat anywhere. My dad was maybe a little more OCD, and so we had some rules like no eating on the bed and no eating in the car for sure. But then, like every rule, there were the exceptions, as with every rule. And there's 3 exceptions that I remember. And just be aware of the fact that I'm about to date myself here. But and I grew up in Montreal, in the suburbs of Montreal. And so the first exception was the orange julep, which I believe still exists in Montreal. It's a 3-story high orange. And they used to serve orange juleps, which were these fantastic creamy orange drinks.
Ooh.
And if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think I am, though I might be conflating things at this point, but the servers were on roller skates, and they would come with the tray with the rubber sort of hooks on them, and they would put the hook on the tray with the tray on your window, on the driver's window, as it was half rolled down. And then you would have your whatever you had ordered and always your orange julep. And I think they had burgers and stuff, but it was really all about the orange julep, which was so yummy and creamy. I can still taste it.
Okay, so look at our friends at Starfreight are saying it does still exist and it's an icon.
It is.
Because that's where they are.
And you can see it from a million miles away because it's 3-story. It's a 3-story high orange. It's like a Klaus Ogdenberg sculpture.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
How have we not gone?
Well, and it's right on Dakari Boulevard. So the second exception was the A&W burger joint, which in those, like now, of course, they're ubiquitous, and as is McDonald's and blah, blah, blah. But when I was a kid, there weren't that many burger joints, and we would pull up and you get the burgers, and the same thing, service in the parking lot, and the window would go roll down. And we get the burgers and then the frosted mug of root beer. That's what it was all about.
So refreshing.
And then sorry, go on.
Did your parents care if you spilled stuff? Like if you got stuff on the floor, were they like, oh no? Or were they like, we don't, whatever?
I don't think I dared spill anything on the floor. But my favorite exception was the St. Viator Bagel Bakery in Montreal up on the plateau. And my dad would double park our paneled station wagon outside. He would run in, get the hot bagels right out of the fire, out of the wood burning fire. And then he would come back into the car. And then, of course, even my father didn't have the willpower to not eat in the car then because those hot bagels are so good.
Okay, those are all very tasty reasons and like exceptions to eat in the car and
Yeah.
like special occasion type things. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, we grew up. Our background is Italian, and before the show even started, we were like, we weren't allowed to do anything. Never mind eat anywhere. We weren't even allowed to do anything. My mom had this look that she would just give us in public. We basically just had to sit still like good little girls.
She's in the chat right now. I can feel like the look through the screen even right now.
All right, Bob. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It is so awesome to have you on the show. We are huge fans. We were
massive fans, to say the least.
Yeah.
Well, it was so much fun hanging out with you both at Fallsview at the casino and back. That's where all the fun happens, right? In the kitchen.
It's so true. To me, that was the most memorable time of that event. Like,
Yes.
obviously serving and whatever, that was fun too. But being in the kitchen, I remember when you first entered the kitchen, guys, look at the guy's hair, okay? You can't miss him. I remember seeing, Bob, you come in, your legendary hair, and I was like, that's Bob Blumer.
I know.
That's Bob Blumer. And then you ended up being super sweet.
And Bob, I just wanted to tell you this. You probably already know this, but the fact that your shows were always so weird and offbeat set the tone for a generation of people to be like, it's okay to not be the standard, and it's okay to not do what everybody else is doing and look like how everybody else looks. So
Very
hopefully you already
authentic.
knew that.
I'm honored. I'm honored. You know, and at the time, I didn't think I was doing anything that was weird. And that was the early days of the Food Network when they allowed, quirky shows and quirky whatever, because there was no mold to be filled. It was such early days that we were sort of just doing whatever seemed appropriate. Now, of course, I mean, there's lots of great shows to be found on the Food Network and on the streaming channels and all of that. But to do something that's sort of off the eaten path, so to speak, is harder and harder. So I was just so lucky to have been there at the very dawn of the Food Network.
Yes.
And I'm so honored whenever anybody comes up to me and tells me that, they watched my show and got inspired and all.
It's true.
I'm sure it happens all the time.
Yeah, you were the only one that was doing anything different.
90s Food Network was a different time. Man.
Yes.
Much different time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please get another show and do some more things like that, because I would love to watch.
Yeah, I'd love to. And speaking of that, I do post some things, some recipes and whatnot on my Instagram page. And in fact, I just posted a shot that I tripped across that was a shot from World's Weirdest Restaurants when the restaurant that we were covering was if you'll excuse the expression, a pop-up nudist restaurant in New York City.
Oh.
And I posted a shot from that, which was super fun. So my Instagram site is my name, Bob Blumer. And I'd love it if anybody in your audience went on and followed my account, which
we want to encourage everybody to, because I don't know about you guys, but I heard nudist restaurant. I'm gonna go take a look.
I
am. Okay?
Now I have to see what that is showing.
I'm not above it. I want to go see what's going on there.
I'm hoping nothing is blurred out. I feel like it has to be.
I feel
for
like there's gonna be some blur, but that's all right.
That's okay.
Anyways, super fun. I hope I see you somewhere in Ontario sometimes very soon.
Yes, definitely.
And I'm so proud of you. Look what you're doing here. Big shots with your own podcast and all that.
Blumer's proud of us.
Oh my goodness. It brings a tear to our eye.
So insane.
And a little bit of sweat to
I gotta get aired out after this. Okay.
Bob, thank you so much for being with us today. Have a fabulous Friday and have a fabulous weekend.
All right, you too.
Thanks,
bye, Bob.
Bob.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, just the fact that we're on a first name basis, like what?
I know. I'm like, good to see you, Bob.
Like,
I've seen you before.
Thanks
but,
for being on the show, Bob.
So yes,
good
guys,
heavens.
go over to his Insta, give him a follow at Bob Blumer. And yeah, Tom saying Maddie and Kiki fangirling. HT Sauce fangirling in real life.
HT was literally
kept being like, guys, just go ask him if you guys can take a picture. We're like,
no. He was like, just go talk to him. And we were like literally hiding behind HT, being like, I think that is him. Okay, it is him. Oh no, I'm not going over there. But then he ended up being super cool.
I have to say, it's so cool. You know how people say, like, don't meet your heroes? Sometimes that's true. but sometimes it's not.
And I'm happy to say he is one of the few.
Yes.
Because we've met
Guys,
a lot of people.
one of the few. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
okay?
one of the few that is like extremely friendly, extremely supportive, extremely like offered up so many tips and techniques to us.
We didn't know him from anything, and he supported, like he gave us that tip to be like, guys, what your portion size is way too large for this event. You're going to be at the kitchen by the time the event's over.
Yeah.
So we took that tip and we ran with it, and that's why we owe him huge for Falls View Food and Drink 2024.
Yeah. My goodness, that was such a fun guest.
Yeah, that was awesome, guys.
Okay,
very cool. I'm gonna have to like just take a breather here for a second, but we got to get to cooking.
We got to get to cooking because we got a really great recipe to make today. We're making smashed falafel wraps with a spicy tahini sauce
Delectable.
on the Starfrit griddle that you can have a chance to win. We're going to talk about how. And Maddie mentioned this contest is only available to Canadian residents only. But here's what it looks like. And so everybody, I think at this point has heard of like smashed like burger type experiences. This is the same premise, but with falafel. So who doesn't love a falafel?
Let us know in the chat if you have tried falafel, okay? Because it's something I think is pretty popular, but I think some people out there may not have tried it yet. And guys, you're going to want to try this.
Okay, so typical falafel starts with chickpeas, but they're made and formed into little patties, but this is going to be the same premise. And so we are going to start with a can of chickpeas. Now, on that note, I wanted to point out that if you are looking for a bargain in the grocery store, check out the international food section. That is where you can get a lot of spices for less money and a lot of canned beans for less money.
I know, I don't understand it. Canned beans in the international section, like much less. I don't get it.
Yeah, so we're going to add, this can of chickpeas has been drained and rinsed, and we're going to add that to our food processor along with some herbs that I'm just going to chop up. So we've got parsley and cilantro. If you're not a fan of cilantro, though, you might like it in this because it is kind of masked by it doesn't taste as cilantro-y.
But if you don't like it, swap in some parsley. There's always
just
a
more
swap
parsley.
in.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
We have Kim Clark Shepherd joining us. Hi, Kim. She's saying never. She hasn't tried it before. So maybe, Kim, this might be your first time giving falafel a try. Simple recipe, very easy, very delectable. We have Steve
Marty
joining us and saying falafel's delicious. So Steve Nielsen has tried it. Buppy Bishop has tried it. They're saying falafel are super yummy. And they're also, I'm happy to see Bob Blumer.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome, guys. That was really awesome. I'm in some kind of weird haze right now. I gotta get to chopping some garlic, guys. This is from Key's Garden, still from last year.
Oops. I'm making a mess over here already.
I received a picture from Key the other day showing me her new garlic that has already sprung up. So guys, get ready. It's just never-ending garlic around here.
It isn't, but you'll notice that based on the size of that one.
Yeah, this one is teeny tiny.
I'm getting to the end. So these ones are, I used up the really big one, the big luscious ones
is that
first.
what you do?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to use those first.
Yeah, true. That makes sense. So since this is small, maybe like this counts as like half a head of garlic probably.
Yeah, that is a teeny tiny one, but okay, so please do my garlic work for me. I need 2.
Oh, you only need 2?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was doing the whole thing.
You are. Because you're doing the rest. Well, give me 3 then, because you're doing the rest for you, because for the spicy tahini sauce.
Guys, there's a fresh, juicy jar of garlic in the fridge, and Key won't let me use it.
Okay, so
she's like, I'm just gonna ignore that entirely because we're not using that.
No, because I also have to make sure to use up the rest of my garlic before the new garlic is ready. So that's why now I'm on like the end. And I got to get making things with a lot of garlic, which isn't difficult.
We got CJ in the house yelling out a hashtag jarlic, all caps. That's my boy. He likes jarlic, as does HT.
Okay, I just got to I got some herbs on me. I'm just going to clean off in a second, and then we're going to add our herbs to it.
I'm not surprised because I remember Farah last year said that she was growing garlic, and she said hers has already sprouted as well.
Yes,
guys, this is such a magical, exciting time for us Canadians. The spring, we all get spring fever. Okay, I'm like jacked to get out there. It's starting to get warm.
Okay, Farah, little tip. Don't just leave it now. You have to fertilize. Fertilize once a month until like July because it won't grow properly. You'll end up with a lot of tops and nothing underneath. And trust me, I learned that the hard way.
Good tips coming from Kiki.
So get yourself some fish emulsion, some like fertile any.
Oof, that's the smelly stuff.
It sounds like what it smells
sounds disgusting.
It is. It certainly smells disgusting as well. Okay, so for our spices that we're going to be adding in, this might seem weird, but you're not adding in a ton of, this is not going to taste like a pumpkin spice latte. We're adding in a little bit of cinnamon, and it's all these flavors and spices together that are going to give you that authentic falafel vibe.
Mm-hmm. The cinnamon is not to be skipped. If you're like, I don't like cinnamon, which I don't know who doesn't like cinnamon. I feel like everybody likes cinnamon.
Okay, Allison, falafel fun time.
Yeah, love it. But if you don't like cinnamon, you won't even notice that it's in here.
No.
But it does need to go in there for sure.
We've got some red pepper flakes. You can control the spiciness. Obviously, do less if you don't want it as spicy.
Kathy's saying she just pulled out her garlic. Kathy is also on Team Garlic.
Nice.
Love it, Kathy.
Okay, then we're going to add in some coriander seed. So coriander seed is what is cilantro. It's the same thing. It's just the seed that comes from the plant. So you're just adding it in various forms, and you're going to get the same type of flavor. This is just dried into there we go. Dried into like a powder. So we're going to add in a little bit of that.
Saucy Rossi, I agree, buddy. He's saying not enjoying cinnamon. That's a red flag. I mean, cinnamon buns, popping fresh. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, agreed. Totally agree.
Okay, and the last thing we're gonna I'm
gonna throw that in for you.
I'll get out of the way. Thanks, honey.
We're going garlic in there. I almost said garlic. It's just my natural way.
Someone's not listening though. I told you didn't need to mince that. I said you could have.
I just minced for nothing.
You got to mince for your own.
Guys,
why are we mincing if it's going in the food processor? You just got to roughly get it in there and then you're good.
Come on, man.
Yeah, back to square one, pal.
Dear goodness gracious.
Okay, so one of the last things we're adding, a little bit of cumin. Okay? Cumin, whatever.
I go cumin.
I go both, depending on how I feel. Okay, we're going to add in a little bit. The top of this is kind of annoying. We're just going to smash it in there. Then you could do a little, actually, no, we're going to do a little bit more. Then we're going to you could do a little bit of S&P, but we always like to add in a little more flavor. So we're going to hit it with a little cluck and squeal savory spicy.
Okay, Diana, absolutely. Okay, she's saying, but coriander seed tastes lemony. Not like cilantro, the leaves. It's a multi-purpose plant on a herb and a spice in one.
Yes.
I completely agree. Coriander seed does not have the same impact.
Definitely not.
Yeah. And
Definitely
CJ saying
not.
Kiki is a little spicy today. CJ, when is she not spicy?
Exactly. That's fine by me.
She's like, I know, amen.
And Tom's saying Maddie still has Bob Blumer on her brain.
I
So
do.
do I.
I'm in a weird hate. Guys, I'm just being honest. I do.
Maddie's mincing because she's just like thinking about Mr. Bloomer. I don't know why I said that so dirty.
Yeah, I was just going to say, not like that, buddy. Ew, don't.
Okay, so then this is the last thing we're going to add. I always forget about this. This is, why can I not know the way of the camera today? This is sumac, and this has like a lemony vibe to it. So if you can't find sumac, that's all right.
Lemony/earthy, if you will.
Yeah, it looks like this. If you can't find it, this is what's going to give it that authentic Middle Eastern type of vibe. But if you can't find it, just add a little more lemon zest, and then you're all right. Okay?
I will say that one was very difficult to track down.
Yeah.
But it's becoming more easy to find in like your regular standard grocery store.
Yes, it's tangy and fruity with a touch of saltiness, which I don't really get.
It's not
like
salty.
there's no salt added to
I know
this, so what?
Who wrote that? That's not right.
Shout out to Brian complimenting my work. I love it.
Oh,
Brian, what he's saying? Who's in the live switching right now? Great cut.
it's the temp.
Brian with the Y.
Now we
very
like to-
sweet of you.
We like to bust bees around here a lot, and the temp gets the brunt of that.
Mhm.
But he
Well,
saved
he
us.
signed on for the show.
No,
okay.
today though with Instagram, he got Instagram back. That deserves a round of applause.
Okay,
everybody.
I'm garlicky, but absolutely.
The temp's doing it.
absolutely.
Okay. Now, actually, honey, I need you to just give me my lemon. It's taking too long.
Okay, sorry that I'm just mincing away here. You know
Thank
what
you.
could save time? Some garlic. That's in the fridge.
It's over, pal. I already got it.
Oh my goodness. We got Tuesday in the house saying she's spicy, all right.
Hey,
Oh
Susie.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna add in the juice of a lemon. I wanted the zest too, but Flirty Birdie's got the zester, and I don't think I'm getting that today either. Well, I've already cut it. It's too late.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we'll add in a little bit. Although it's hard to zest the lemon that's been cut, but here we are.
Yeah, I've done it. I've had to do that before. It happens.
Okay, so we're gonna just get a little bit. We don't need like a ton here. Okay, barbecue mama's starting to pay the temp train again.
Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Let's not start that again.
Okay, so try to get rid of the seeds ahead of time because otherwise they're just gonna get in there and then there we go. Just dig that out here. Hi Danny, how are you over on TikTok? We're making some smashed falafel wraps today.
Hey Danny, HT earlier said he also has spring fever, and then he put a million laughing emojis, and I'm gonna take that in a sexual way. Okay,
I am too.
it's
I
HT.
think there's only one way to take that.
Yeah, why is spring fever not the right thing, guys? Am I not using that correctly? Spring fever to me means you want to get out, you want to get in the warmth. HT,
No, you want to get out, all right.
To that nudist restaurant. Would you guys go to a nudist restaurant?
Spring fever when you live on a farm means something very different.
That's what I think HT's
Yeah.
learning. Would you go to a nudist restaurant?
Do you have to participate to go?
That's a good question.
Or can I just
I
watch?
just
Which sounds
assume,
ultra
I
creepy.
know, are you? Ew!
That'd be really creepy, I think.
Keith's just sitting
Yeah.
in the corner somewhere.
That's really bad.
Oh my goodness. Keep
Okay.
in mind, Barbecue Mama is in the chat, all right?
Cable Llama saying yes. He would. He would go to a nudist restaurant.
Okay, guys,
not
I
here to
want to know
judge.
in the chat who would go to a nudist restaurant, because I'm going over to we're already following Bob Blumer, but I'm gonna go see what he's talking about over there.
Yeah, I have to too. Where are these?
Kim is saying hell no. HT, no way. CJ is saying Kiki keeping it creeping in the corner. CJ, would you go?
I wouldn't. I'd be terrified of being in there. I don't know why terrified, but I would not. I don't want to put myself in that position.
Why terrified?
Okay, I'm going to get rid of this lemon.
Okay, Buppy Bishop is bringing up a very, very good point.
What?
They're saying nudist depends on the length of the tablecloth. I like the thought that's going into this question.
Ew.
Jay Booth saying nope. So far, guys, we only got an evil llama saying that he would do it.
Would you?
You know what?
See, just saying, oh, something suddenly came up.
Oh my goodness, guys, this did not take this show long to go off the rails, guys.
It never does.
It's only 12:27, and this is going to be a record for it to go off the rails.
All right. So I've got our mixture ready to be blitzed up. So here's what it looks like. You don't need to finely chop the herbs because we're going to let the food processor do the work for us. But before I do that, I'm going to get our griddle fired up so we can start to heat up. So what's cool about this griddle, and you might want to pay attention to what I'm saying because this is one of the questions on how to answer.
Alert to all the Canadians.
Alert.
Listen up.
Thanks, the temp's hooking me up too. This electric device has a reversible grill and griddle. Okay, so that wasn't the question I was thinking of, but look, here's what it looks like. That's the grill side, griddle side. The other cool feature that it has is, Tim, the other question?
Other question?
The other cool feature that it has is you can adjust the temperature of this reversible. You can precisely adjust the temperature of this reversible grill and griddle.
Okay, so pay attention, Canadians. If you are Canadian and you are watching right now, or up until May 1st, you can enter our contest that we have going with Starfrit. And you guys can click the link in our bio. We put it in the bio right now. It's also in the story. You got to answer those 2 questions. We actually even give you the answers on our Instagram story because we want to make it super easy for you guys to try and win this thing because it's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have up until May 1st, which, like, I don't know about you guys, but where the heck did April go?
I know.
We're talking May already, people.
Okay, so I got that up to for this recipe. We have it all the way up to 400. We want it nice and hot because this recipe doesn't have any meat in it, so we don't have to be concerned with something cooking all the way through. We want it to just get a nice crust on the one side, and then Bob's your uncle. Bob Blumer's your uncle.
Okay, how cool would that be?
Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
Okay,
so
here we
guys,
go.
I've been doing a lot of mincing, as we know. I've been just mincing my way around this whole episode so far because I'm making our spicy tahini. Every wrap needs a delicious creamy sauce. Who agrees? You got to. And why not add some spice to it? Because he ain't the only one feeling spicy today. I also am feeling a touch spicy.
Make it really
Little
spicy.
okay, we're making it really spicy because guys, we're going to be adding this to our sauce. This is by Forefathers. Shout out to our friends at Forefathers, a good Canadian brand. This is their piri piri hot sauce that is let's see on their level. This is 3 of the flames. I personally don't find this one to be too hot. This one's like your good mid-range hot sauce.
And that one's like tangy.
Yes,
it's
it
really
has like
tangy.
a nice piri. Anyone that knows the piri piri flavor, it has a nice tang to it.
Okay.
So we're gonna go all
just
the
put
rest
the
of
yeah,
that.
but please put the rest in. I want it spicy. Okay, Jay's saying we're getting close to a dip dive. Yeah, Jay, we are. I just got to blitz up our falafel mixture. I've put it down here in hopes that it's not that loud. And the thing also about this mixture is add a little water to help it out. Not too much. We're not looking for hummus here. Don't blitz it down to a dip.
Mm-hmm.
You want still some texture to this, but you don't want to. So we're going to let that, we're going to go without it, and then we'll add water as we go.
I'm going to be adding water to my hot sauce, my spicy tahini sauce. This is by our friend Keith. You can see that's our logo.
Okay, I'm just going to add some water.
Okay, and guys, I'm on our spicy tahini sauce. I love this because this is basically pantry item.
Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Oh yeah, that's looking good. It's going to be a big reveal, but you can't see it right now. Okay, hang on. I'll show you guys what I mean about the texture. That's kind of what we're looking for. I might have to
doesn't take long. It's nice and chunky still. You can blend it down further, but because guys, we're live and that's loud, we're probably not going to take it down much further than that.
I'll determine.
And
if we're
I
taking
said
it
I
down.
will determine.
No, and I want to take it down.
Okay, so guys, look at this tahini. This one is a seed on tahini, so that's why you have that delicious golden toasty color. We love our tahini around here, but sometimes it needs a little bit of water, so I also might be adding some water to this.
You know what I love about tahini? One of the things I love about tahini,
what
is that if you have a nut allergy, so say you can't have peanut butter or you can't have cashew butter, you can have tahini because tahini is made of sesame seeds.
Yes, it's a seed.
Same vibe. You want to put tahini on a piece of toast? Very similar vibe.
Why not? Tahini goes savory. It goes sweet.
Yeah. Put a little cinnamon on there, a little maple syrup.
Little choco.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
A little bit of choco. Okay, wait, where are the tortillas? Hang on. Okay, so you can use a tortilla or a pita, whichever you prefer. I prefer a tortilla because I like the thinness of it, and I feel like it makes.
I always thought you were a pita gal.
I like that you can roll this up because the pita is kind of like bulky. So you could use either. They both work great. But we're going to go with, we're going to take out a few of these.
Saucy Rossi, very interesting. He says he has a Starfrit kitchen knife, and our friends at Starfrit, shout out to our friends at Starfrit who are joining the show. They're saying, Saucy Rossi, you were one of the last ones to have that knife. It doesn't even exist anymore.
Cool.
Collector's item, Saucy Rossi. Hold on to it. And we also have our friend Norm Rosen joining us. Hey, Norm, how's it going? He's like, thanks. Now I'm really hungry.
Okay,
yeah, guys,
so
this is not fair that we have this show over the lunch hour.
Okay,
really
so we gave you guys the 2 questions to enter the contest to win the griddle. In order to get there, see the link in our bio on Instagram, and that's how you will get to the contest. And we'll go over the questions again in case anybody missed it. But what are you doing?
Just getting this off because I'm not getting blamed for having a chunk of garlic on there.
Why are we whisking the griddle?
We didn't see that.
I saw it. Okay, so yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys, check out this texture, baby. Check out that texture. We're gonna add a little bit of water just to make it a little bit runny, okay? Because it's not, since this is gonna be our sauce for the wrap. You don't want it like a peanut butter texture. You want it a touch runnier. So I'm just gonna be stirring away as Kiki takes it to the griddle, and I already cut hot nice and quickly.
Okay, the whisk's there for you if you want that, and if it's easier.
Okay, I'm not. You know what? I never really go.
I find
for a
that
whisk.
to be easier.
I never really go for a whisk.
Needs more water.
Yep, I'm gonna. Guys, again, who is the older sister here?
Okay, little tip.
HT before was like Kiki's back in control. When is she not in control?
Amen. Okay, so this is an ice cream scoop, an everyday dollar store. I got this from the dollar store ice cream scoop. It's really easy to get out a mixture like this with your ice cream scoop, just like that. Put it in the center, undo it like that. It releases. Get yourself one of these, an offset spatula. If you don't have that, don't worry. You could also just use a regular spatula, the back of a regular spatula. But I find this to be incredibly satisfying.
Yeah, I know.
Smearing it on.
I don't know why, but that totally is.
Now I'm gonna hope this sticks because Flirty Murdy didn't let me take this down anymore, and I feel like it needed to be taken down a little bit more.
Tom, you got that right, and Tom's giving me ideas I don't want to read out.
I'm gonna fling sauce at you if this doesn't work.
Oh my goodness, guys, it wouldn't be the first time we've had a food fight. Okay, anyone who tunes into this show, sometimes it does end up that way. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes by accident.
Okay, so normally this mixture is more broken down, so I am hoping that this is going to still adhere to this when we put it on the griddle.
I like that it's like a little bit chunky, but guys, that's the benefit of cooking at home. You bring it to your desired chunkiness level.
Well, it's got to stick though, pal.
Guys, we have Michael and Terry Lee who already entered the contest. Good luck to both of them. And Marisol saying great ideas. Marisol, thank you for joining us.
All right, we're going to hit our griddle with a little avocado oil. And then we're going to take our smashed falafel wrap, and we're going to put it face down on the griddle. So I'm just going to try to maneuver this.
Let's not fling oil at me, pal. Guys, listen to that sizzle. Get my mic nice and close. He only turned that on, and after a few mere moments, it got hot.
Okay,
so why that's perfect for an indoor griddle. We ain't got time to mess around. Marisol already entered the contest. Marisol, good luck. That's awesome.
Okay, Farrah's saying she missed the answer. So, Maddie, will you go over the answers again?
Temp, let's pull them up. Okay, so guys, yeah, I love how this isn't even like what the questions. Guys, we're giving you the answers, okay?
But wait, what is the question though? Just so people know.
So these are the answers to the question.
Yeah.
This electric device has a reversible grill and griddle. Okay? Second one, you can precisely adjust the temperature of the reversible grill and griddle. Okay? It doesn't get easier than that, guys. We got Valentin joining us all the way from France. Hello, Valentin. Happy Friday. What is Friday again in France? Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi. Happy vendredi.
Okay.
I always got to go in order to remember the dates.
Oh, I'm surprised you even knew.
We got Keith joining us saying thanks for the mention of the glass.
Hey, Keith.
Keith, we love these glasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
These glasses are spectacular.
CJ's just sharing a fun fact about himself. He's saying nice sizzle was my nickname in college. I don't doubt that. Okay, so guys, Jay Booth is still in the house. We have nicknamed him the unofficial / official president of the bread box of questions. Who wants to go for a dip dive? I do.
I do, but I'm the one doing all the work. So I've got a falafel.
I'm stirring, pal, and I made a spicy tahini sauce.
Perfect consistency, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Your lemon, you didn't use your lemon.
I'm still adding it.
Are you?
Yes. Did I forget it? And now I'm just trying to act like I remembered? Yes, I did.
Know. I see it sitting there.
Guys, let's go over to the bread box of questions. Guys, if you have any questions that you would like to send in, remember, they need to be show appropriate. I don't know why we need to specify that, and then we still get some that don't make it to the show. You guys can send them in through direct message or our website. We also have a voice feature on our website. Do we have some darkness?
No, we have the texture's not right, so it's not going to flip properly.
All right, guys, the question coming out
you.
of the break. That's why we're just keeping it moving, guys. We're keeping it moving, okay? The question coming out of the bread box of questions is, did you get paid to do chores when you were a kid? This comes to us from Jeremiah.trucker222.
Paid?
Did you get paid to do chores when you were a kid?
If I didn't do chores, I got beat. How about that?
I'm assuming from the parents, like parents paying kids to do chores, like heck no.
No.
We definitely did not get paid to do chores. We were told to do them.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Barbecue Mama can second that. She is in the chat.
Okay, so when you're using your griddle, make sure that you use a non-stick, any sort of non-stick utensil to flip things over, because you don't want to wreck this surface. So we're just going through and checking on this, and I'm going to try to like jimmy this around here. Now keep in mind, I gave you fair warning.
Keep in mind that if this doesn't work, you're
getting beat.
Guys, Barbecue Mama is our real mom. She is confirming, dang, Skippy, you got beat. Okay. She is confirming that is true, in fact. Okay. Tom is saying, exactly. Okay. He's saying, I got paid with food, clothes, a roof over my head. I had a paper route for cash. Buddy, you absolutely nailed that.
Okay, so not 100% correct with the texture, but it still is getting
But
nicely
check out,
crisped
guys,
up.
check out that delicious golden brown crusting right there.
And
that's
that's
some crispy delectableness right there.
That is what you're looking for. We should have taken it down more, the mixture, but still, that's what makes it more adhere better.
Am I going to admit that to you? No.
But that's all right.
Am I going to admit that to everybody else? Take it down more.
Yeah, that's okay. So just take it down a little bit more, but otherwise the flavors are still going to be there. And the thing about this recipe is it is very forgiving. So look at how this is going.
So is the sauce, because I did forget the lemon. Does it need it? No, but
actually I didn't give you seasoning on that side. So you want to throw in a little rub too.
Throw in some cluck and squeal.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Now, did I see Temp? I'm pretty sure our friends at Busted Wagon Barbecue. Can you go up for a second? I think they are in the house.
Hey guys.
Let's see. Keep her going. Keep her going. It's way up, I think.
Oh.
All right, I'm just going to move out of the way.
Busted Wagon Barbecue. Yes, they're joining us on Facebook. They're saying, looking great, M&K.
Hey.
Guys, we can't wait to use your rubs. So stay tuned, everybody. That's a brand new rub company coming out of Canada. Busted Wagon Barbecue. Guys, you're Canadian. Enter the Star Frit contest. Okay,
yes.
We're giving the answers, people. And I want to see who wins this.
Yes.
I don't know if Maddie Two Wheels is in the house, but he won it last time. This time it's only available to Canadian residents. Oh yes, Starford is saying it. By the way, congrats to Matthew A for last time winning the bamboo steamer and nut milk maker.
Yes.
I don't know if Maddie's joining us, but if I know,
heard that the Temp.
If I know him, I know that he's gonna rock that steamer basket.
Don't act like you're just chuckling to yourself about nut milk maker and I didn't hear it.
You can't say nut milk maker around here without people getting frisky. Okay,
Peach Hammock 69, which that name.
Oh my goodness.
Two most beautiful women in Canada other than my wife. That is so sweet. Thank you very much.
What a sweet answer. Super cute. If you're in Canada, head over to our Instagram profile, click the link in bio, buddy, and we want you to enter the contest because you could win this grill and griddle. Okay.
Right here. This one right here.
We're going to be grilling outside very, very shortly, but I would use an indoor grill all season long.
Why not?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time of year.
If you don't have a lot of space at your place, because I know a lot of people are into the outdoor griddles that are quite large, this is a really great option because it's tabletop. You could put it away. If you wanted to do like a teppanyaki type thing, remember how much fun we were having outside?
Yes.
This is perfect because it's smaller. So if you
Agreed.
don't have a big family, you don't need such a big one.
Okay, we got Kathy answering the question, which was, if anyone's just joining us, the question is, did you get paid to do chores when you were a kid? Kathy is saying, I would dust the house on Tuesdays and Saturdays when I was about 12. That's how I bought my teen magazines at the grocery store. Oh, Kathy, remember the teen magazines?
Yes.
Those were everything. Nothing like cracking into one of those.
Oh, I love those.
Hanging up the posters of the cutie patooties in there.
Yeah, doing the quizzes like what sexual position is best for you.
That's not in the teen ones, buddy.
Yeah,
No,
they did.
it wasn't.
Times have changed.
Guys, someone does have spring fever over here.
Okay, so normally,
Wow.
guys, you don't need to pick out the bits. Normally, I'm picking them off because the mixture isn't right, but that's all right.
Jay said, I still don't get paid to do chores. And Fritz Frank, hey, Fritz Frank, he's saying, paid? I got a beating if the chores weren't done properly. Guys, did we all get beat around chores? I think we all did.
We're the generation of the ones that got beat.
Look, I'm just saying, I don't have kids, but I know a couple kids that could do with a little bit of that today.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys,
Yep.
check out the texture of my spicy tahini sauce. Let's not give Key all the attention just because she's rocking and rolling on her falafel wraps, okay?
That's look by texture on point.
Thank you.
And
I'm
the
going
thing-
to give this a little bit of a taste test here.
Okay. Did you add the seasoning? Did you season it?
No, and it needs it.
Yeah.
Spiciness. There's a little bit of a kick from the Forefathers Piri Piri, but guys, this is like a load of flavor just in this sauce, as well as the tahini. Tahini has a lot of flavor.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going right in. This needs a lot of seasoning. A lot of seasoning. It definitely needs it, but just salt wise.
Okay, so for the toppings, this is a wrap, so we want to have nice, flavorful, fresh toppings to add once these are all completed. We've got some fresh tomato, fresh lettuce, and then we're going to do some red onion. And we've also got some dill pickles, just sliced dill pickle coins. You could do pickled
I
turnip.
love a coin, man. I
Me
love
too.
A coin.
And I like a coin that's not a sweet gherkin.
I love a coin.
Don't give me a sweet gherkin coin.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Me
It's too
too.
sweet.
I would go coin over slice any day.
Yeah. Or no, bread and butter. It's not a gherkin. I'm thinking of bread and butter. I don't like it. It's too
Buddy,
sweet.
you can't hit me with the dill and then come back and say it's a bread and butter.
No, I'm saying this isn't a bread and butter. I'm saying I don't like a bread and
What
butter.
is in the jar, pal?
It's a dill.
I'm so confused.
It's a dill.
Dear goodness gracious. I'm excited for dill pickles, and then you're saying gherkin, you're saying bread and butter.
No, it is a dill. It is a dill.
Diana's saying, no paper chores. It's the contribution expected as part of the family unit. Amen,
Yeah.
Diana. Okay, like I'm sorry. I don't see a lot of that these days. I don't.
No. I don't either.
Evil Mama Kiki's so unhinged today. Why is he specifying today? It's
Yeah.
all the time.
Okay, so some red onion, thinly slice her up. Because I don't want to be like, I don't like chomping into a big chunk of red onion. Red onion is pretty pungent. Okay, those are all of our toppings. I think I have everything. Oh, I was going to say, okay, when we got on the topic of pickles, you could use a pickled turnip, which is more traditional for a recipe like
Love
this.
a pickled turnip.
But I wanted to make this more accessible, and not everybody has access to finding pickled turnips. My area, I can never find them.
I can.
Can you?
I can
never
find them at most grocery stores now.
Yeah, so if you can find pickled turnip, they're really awesome. Really nice color, really nice flavor. But if not, just a regular pickle will work as well.
All right, guys, I'm clearing out because I've been doing a lot of this for the whole episode. Just a lot of that.
Is anyone surprised?
Just a lot of this, and also standing and looking cute, which is also part of it. Okay,
Give me that.
That's a task as well.
You're
okay?
done. You're done.
I'm done. Okay, guys, let's get to cheers to the weekend. Flirty Murdy edition, boozing with Maddie. We are making this episode a strawberry gin smash.
Ooh.
It's spring. We're getting ready to get out. Get upstairs to the grill studio, and I thought this would be a great spring cocktail. Okay.
Oh, this onion's burning my eyes.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pungent.
Okay. Wow. Let's be honest, guys. Key's done a whole lot over there. She's got all the condiments going.
I'm falling apart over
she's
here.
She's doing the wrap, but I'm just doing a whole lot of stirring, which let's be honest though, we need a lot. Every wrap needs a good sauce. So that's extremely important.
Yeah, and then once you're done, I'll play this. I'll show you what this is like when it's all assembled.
We got Rick's Barbecue and Specialties joining us. Hey Rick, how are ya? Okay, so guys, we're gonna start with, this is very easy. These are some remaining strawberries I had kicking around inside my fridge. It's the end of the week. So we're gonna go in with some cut up strawberries in this glass, and we're gonna start muddling them, aka just smashing them. Just smashing them down, okay?
If you don't have one of those, what could you use instead?
One of these?
Yeah.
Like one of these. You could use, I've used the top of a wooden spoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good because, guys, look at this. This has these grooves on the bottom that like holds the fruit and like holds it so it grips it, and like so when you're pressing down, it holds it so you can smush it. Look at this is taking 2 seconds to do that. Muddling is just a fancy word for getting the juices out, smashing it down. Okay, let's actually we're gonna go all straws in there. Okay,
that's gonna be good.
It's gonna be so good. Just smell how amazing that is.
My eyes are burning. Oh, that smells good.
There's nothing like a fresh straw.
I can't wait for, you know what would be good in there? Rhubarb.
Yeah, a strawberry rhubarb gin smash.
It's up. It's up already.
Yes.
The rhubarb. So give me like a couple of weeks and I'll have some for you to make some cocktails with.
Let's do it. Okay, so guys, if you want to throw in some sugar here, you can as well. But I'm not a huge sweet cocktail person.
No, me neither. Even mocktails, too much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going on this, and then we're gonna give it, as usual, guys. I have forgotten the shot glass. We're just gonna eyeball it, okay? We're just gonna put a whole whack of gin in there. It looks like a lot. It's not a lot, okay?
Hey, Love Grows Baking. They're saying our rhubarb harvest is maybe 3 weeks each year. Yeah.
Yes.
Cannot wait for rhubarb season.
Farrah's excited for asparagus season.
Yes, Farrah, me
asparagus
too.
season ain't like no other.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Although I did just get asparagus in my organic box this week, and it was so sandy, I had to put it all in the chicken bin.
No.
It was inedible.
What? How?
It was just so ridiculously sandy. I couldn't eat it. It was like every bite, and I washed it thoroughly. I was like, "That's what a waste."
Oh my! And organic asparagus too. Oh man!
But at least the chickens got to have it.
That yeah, but
they're eating good.
That still sucks.
I know.
Okay, so guys, look at after all that muddling, all those strawberries just equaled that much. We're gonna I would definitely you can add some ice to this and add some sparkling water and drink it like that, but you're gonna have to be sipping and chewing, and nobody wants that.
No.
Okay, so we're actually gonna strain it into another glass. And look at that gorgeous color of the gin.
Ooh.
Because the strawberry, and look, we're even gonna get out every little last bit of juice as well as the gin. Look at how nice that color is. That's all real color. There's no fake dye in there. That's all just color from the strawberries.
Okay, Love Grows Baking is saying soak it in water overnight. Something about the salt loosens the sand. So we're talking about asparagus over here still. You know what? I don't think that trick really works. As someone who does a lot of wild mushroom foraging, I've tried that and it kind of makes them soggy. I don't know what, you know what does work with mushrooms though? Dehydrating them and then the salt comes loose.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. Okay, so TikTok, I know you can't see this angle. If you want to check out what Flirty Murdy's doing, you're going to have to go to one of our other platforms.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it's a little bit messy around the side, but guys, look at that gorgeous color.
Look at how beautiful
that's a nice, beautiful pink strawberry gin right there. Now, we're not just going to leave it at that because this is just going to be real stiff on its own, okay? We're going to add some ice. Temp, oh my goodness. You can't say anything around here.
I don't think the temp is mad at that, though, if that were the case. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye on these falafel wraps that are still on here. I don't think they're quite ready to flip yet, but we're getting there.
Now, I don't know what Kathy's referring to, but we love Kathy, and I'm going to read this anyway. Kathy's saying, just harden up your butt cheeks. Not sure what that's referring to, but a little tip coming from our girl, Kathy.
Okay, take from it what you will, people.
Who couldn't go for a little hardened tush? There's nothing wrong with that. Now, guys, I'm going to add some ice to this, okay? And I feel like this kind of cocktail needs a lot of ice because we're starting out with room temperature gin, too, so we're really going to load it. Now, that actually turned out to be a lot of gin. So that's what happens when you don't remember to bring the shot glass.
Diva Llama seems okay with it.
Yeah, he's cool with it. I know the temp is cool with it. HG saying, Maddie and Kiki, this show is rated R. Yeah, I think we all have a little bit of spring fever, everybody. Okay, so now we're going to top off with just some plain sparkling water. Okay, I'm going to get a straw, give it a little bit of a stir.
Okay, we've got our falafels flipped. The other side's getting brown. And then we're going to get plating them up in just a second.
All right, now I am going to give this a little bit of a taste. Guys, look at how gorgeous that is. If you're like, Mad, you love a garnish, you're forgetting it. No, I'm not. Not forgetting it. Guys, look at this. If this doesn't say spring/summer, I don't know what does. Look at it. It's a cute little umbrella. And then you just give it one of these. Push it up.
That is cute.
Is that not super cute? I love having these on hand because sometimes you don't want an edible garnish. Sometimes you just want something to look so cute, like you've put in like a little bit of extra effort on there, because we always say every cocktail or non-alcoholic beverage needs a garnish. There you go. Let's show TikTok.
Check it out, guys.
My mouth is watering already. I'm giving that a little bit of a taste test, and it matches the umbrella.
And your nails.
All right. Yeah, it does. All right, guys, let's all raise our glasses. Weekend is here in a couple hours for some people. If you're working tomorrow, then we're still going to celebrate anyway, guys. Let's raise our glasses together. Let us know in the chat what you're drinking. Honey, cheers to the weekend.
Don't forget about your water intake, people.
Yep.
Get a big jug. Yeah, Jay, a strawberry would look really nice on
Ooh,
top there as well.
She is stiff. She is stiff, guys, but it is real good.
I don't think the temp's gonna mind.
I don't think he's gonna mind either. This is definitely a winner. You guys saw how easy that was. Mike Bierman throwing out a cheers. Jay Booth throwing out a salute. Kathy saying that looks lovely. Kathy also making mention of her previous comment. She said, LOL, that's why I shouldn't comment while I'm cooking. Kathy, was that supposed to be a text going to Kim and not to the chat?
Uh-oh.
She
Okay.
got her lines crossed somehow.
Okay, so go give that to the temp and I gotta play that. Okay, well, she wants to keep it for herself.
Guys, that's a winner.
Okay,
Super
so
easy.
here's what we've got our second wraps on the griddle, and here's what our finished ones look like when they come off. This side needs to be a little bit darker, but this is alive and we're under time constraints here. So we're gonna start off by adding a nice little tomato here. Then we're gonna add on some pickles.
Temp, what do you think, man?
Well, that's strong, but it's good.
It certainly is strong. Strong, but good.
Okay, some red onion gonna go on, and a little bit of lettuce.
That looks so good. Farrah's saying, okay, now I need to go get some gin. Farrah, yes. Yes, you do. This one, I'm definitely making this all summer. Mike Bierman is saying ginger ale as his stomach is 99% back to normal. Thank goodness, Mike Bierman. He told us last week he wasn't feeling too hot, but he's on the road to recovery, people.
Okay,
We
so
got C-Mac in the house saying, hi, ladies. Happy Friday from Greece.
oh, cool.
Hey, C-Mac. That is awesome. Have a blast in Greece.
All right, so here's our finished smashed falafel wrap, all
Buddy.
the toppings.
Let's hand it to Kiki, everybody.
Look
Let's
at how
hand it to
beautiful.
Kiki.
So you can do one of these if you want.
That is, I thought, what we're doing.
You
How else
can-
are you supposed to eat it? Oh, no, you're saying like taco it.
Yeah, I'm saying you could do one of these. Oh, one of the onions just jumped out.
Why did that just pop out like that?
Okay, so we're gonna do one of these. Honey, please give us a taste.
No, you give this a taste.
No,
yes.
I've already
yes.
tasted this all week.
Let's go. We're
Don't
both
touch me
tasting.
with your cold,
We're both
clammy
tasting
hands.
it like this.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
in
do
there.
that.
Okay.
Ew! Why is the temp saying that in a disgusting way?
He's
like,
got way too
the
excited
temp's
about
like,
that.
yeah.
Get your hand off my side.
All right, guys, we're going in. I can feel you breathing on my face.
Ew.
What kind of tortilla is that?
Standard.
Nice toastiness on it.
Oh, I gotta watch these ones.
You know what I will say? This is spectacular because of the sauce. The sauce is the star of the show.
The sauce is this. You definitely need the sauce. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off now. We're gonna turn the dial.
HT all caps. Spring is in the air. Everyone's getting frisky.
Okay.
Steve Nielsen throwing out a 2 can chew. Our friends at Starfruit saying that they're having a blast working on the show.
Can
Guys-
three fit on there?
Ew. Ew.
Oh no.
And like on there, I don't know what the temp is referring to, and I
No.
don't think I want to know.
Okay, so this recipe is a real winner, guys. Honey, hand that back to me because you're making an absolute mess.
Oh,
You're getting
yes,
it
I
everywhere.
am. Yes, I am.
Okay, we're
I've
gonna,
lost my rap privileges.
yeah, we're gonna put that down.
Jason, I think that drink is getting to Maddie. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that thing is stiff. Okay, and I gotta learn to bring a shot glass. I can't pour freely.
I don't think she can either.
Okay, Eva Llama throwing out a 2 girls, 1 blank. That we're gonna leave it there. Diana saying that sauce looks delish, Maddie. Thank you, Diana. We all need credit on this show. Okay.
The sauce is delicious, and
Mm-hmm.
if you can handle the spice, definitely make it really spicy. Very economical ingredients in this recipe as well, and it makes quite a few of them, so that's good.
Now, guys, we're starting this new feature. We have a few more minutes. We're doing a feature where we want to talk about the #1 song that was on this day back in any year. So this year we're heading back to 1963. That is the birth year of the one and only BBQ Mama, who celebrates a birthday this Tuesday, April 29th. 1963, this girl was born. She doesn't mind that we're sharing this.
No.
Does anyone know this song? This is the #1 song that was on April 25th, 1963. It's by the Chiffons, and it's He's So Fine. I didn't know that one.
I don't know that one.
I know She's So Fine.
I'd know it if I heard it, maybe.
I listened
Can
to
you
it.
sing it
It's
to
so
me?
good. I don't know it well enough to sing it, and I don't want to wreck it for everybody. but it's a really, really good song. It has such a nice, like 60s, tender, cute vibe to it. Check it out, everybody.
All right. People throwing out a happy birthday to Barbecue Mama.
HT knows it. He's saying, yes, great song. Because if I remember correctly, HT may or may not have been born around that time as well.
Really? I don't know that song. Okay, other people know it too. Very
Jay
awesome.
knows it. Yes.
Very
yes,
good.
see, Barbecue Mama doesn't mind at all. Now, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Let's give another shout out to the Canadians watching. Guys, go over to our Insta, link in bio, click it and enter our contest. We already gave you the answers, and it's by Starfred.
Yes. So do not forget to enter that contest. You could win one of these. Extremely versatile. A lot of fun to cook on.
We're not putting this away.
No.
Even though we're heading out to the grills, we ain't putting this away yet.
No, and if you do win it, please make this recipe because I'd love to see what you have, what your version of it is going to look like.
Totally. Maddie Two Wheels won the steamer. I want to see him make our recipe.
Yes. Yes.
All right, guys, that brings us to time. We've said it once before. I don't know where the heck the time goes on this show, but guys, we are so grateful and thankful that you guys choose to spend this hour with us every single Friday.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Bye, everybody. We love you guys.
See you in After Dark.
Oh, yeah, After Dark.